Imagine this. A space telescope picks up something unexpected, something that not only defies our physics, but also our understanding of the universe. And then, without warning, the live feed cuts out. The images disappear. Scientists fall silent. And days later, an object is seen floating above the Earth's magnetic equator, motionless, observing, calculating. Its name? Neo-Oumuamua. Its message? Still a mystery. But one thing is certain, this is no comet. And according to data leaked from within NASA and confirmed by multiple independent observatories, this object could be part of a larger system that already surrounds us. The last transmission from the James Webb Space Telescope before it went dark offered no comfort. It offered a warning, and what it revealed confirmed our deepest cosmic fear. We were never alone, and now they've seen us. It all started innocently enough, a routine scan of the sky over the Pacific by the James Webb. Then something emerged from the darkness. At first glance, it looked like the original Oumuamua that crossed the solar system in 2017, oddly shaped, fast, and spinning. But this time, it wasn't just passing through. It approached, slowed down, changed direction, and stopped. NASA's live broadcast was abruptly cut off. Within minutes, the unedited images were removed. The object was renamed Neo-Oumuamua, and its trajectory was classified. But here's the part no one was supposed to see. Just before the blackout, the JWST recorded a structured burst of prime number pulses directed directly at Earth's magnetosphere. The universal language of intelligent life, as predicted by Carl Sagan. It wasn't a transmission, it was a targeting signal. And most terrifying of all, we didn't send anything. This object didn't respond to us, it anticipated us. After the blackout, private observatories in South Africa and Chile reported erratic readings. Neo-Oumuamua had changed speed in mid-flight with no apparent propulsion. It then stabilized in geostationary orbit directly above the Earth's magnetic equator, at an altitude where no natural object should be. Atmospheric sensors in Brazil and Ghana detected periodic vertical pressure anomalies, as if something were entering and leaving the atmosphere. But there is no visual evidence. All telescopes pointing at those coordinates suffered unexplained deviations or optical failures. And it gets worse. Thermal images captured localized temperature regulation, suggesting active shielding. According to leaked internal memos, NASA classified these readings as non-ballistic motion, the same term used for controlled flights. That means the object is not only here, it is watching, adapting, and it has done so in complete silence. On April 7th, CERN's array of magnetometers, designed to calibrate the LHC's superconducting magnets, recorded a global magnetic pulse, not regional, not caused by the sun, global. The pulse lasted 0.72 seconds and contained embedded harmonic structures that did not match any known terrestrial source. But the most terrifying detail came hours later, when NASA's Deep Space Network received a signal from Voyager 1 with a timestamp identical to the terrestrial pulse to the millisecond. Something impossible. Voyager 1 does not have the hardware to detect or transmit that type of data. The signal contained encoded waves, nested prime number intervals, and quantum-corrected frame matrices, far beyond the spacecraft's capabilities. The conclusion: Voyager did not create the signal. It was used. Someone, or something, activated it. And that activation coincided perfectly with Neo-Oumuamua's burst of prime numbers, as if a hidden system in our solar system had just awakened. Astrophysicist Brian Cox broke the academic silence and suggested that Neo-Oumuamua might not be a probe, but a node, a silent surveillance system, a dormant network tasked with observing civilizations like ours as they reach certain technological thresholds. Think about it. No contact, no invasion, just observation. Perhaps evaluation. This theory, now circulating in restricted scientific circles, aligns with the Great Filter hypothesis. that advanced civilizations do not reveal themselves because they have built systems that decide who deserves to know. And now, with the pulse detected by CERN and Voyager's impossible response, many believe that we have triggered the next phase. A test? A warning? A verdict? No one knows. But one thing is clear. We didn't find them. They found us long ago. And now that we've seen them, the rules could be about to change. While the public waits for answers, something is cracking behind closed doors. Leaked documents from NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA, reveal a deep fracture. Not about what Neo-Oumuamua is, but when they knew about it. Internal emails show that orbital anomalies near Saturn were detected 6 months before the official observation, but were classified as non-priority disturbances. A report called Echo 9 indicates that the James Webb had already recorded irregular heat signatures approaching from the Oort cloud, but no alert was issued. The reason? Risk of panic. A senior ESA advisor reportedly wrote, "The public cannot process what we are seeing." And so, the data was buried, until the object arrived right above our heads. But now that it has stopped, floated, pulsed, that silence became impossible to contain. For the first 3 days, Neo-Oumuamua remained motionless above the Earth's magnetic equator, in a fixed orbital position. Then, with no known force acting on it, the object moved exactly 0.5 degrees in longitude. Subtle, precise, controlled. Atmospheric satellites recorded a fluctuation in low-frequency radio waves. It wasn't interference, it was structure. A repetitive pattern every 13 seconds, repeating the same cadence based on prime numbers recorded by the James Webb Space Telescope. But that's not all. High-resolution mappings of the ionosphere revealed that the object's new position directly coincides with one of the planet's areas of greatest magnetic convergence, a region now suspected of acting as a natural amplifier or antenna. In other words, Neo-Oumuamua is not only observing, it could be interacting with Earth's electromagnetic infrastructure, perhaps preparing it for something. In a recently declassified document, written by a group of astrophysicists and theorists, a radical idea is proposed, known as the Veil hypothesis. It suggests that advanced civilizations deploy passive surveillance objects not to observe life directly, but to monitor when planetary systems begin to break through a top layer of spatial awareness, an invisible boundary beyond which reality behaves differently. According to this theory, Neo-Oumuamua is not an explorer. It is a marker, an interstellar buoy placed in orbit to confirm that humanity has crossed a technological threshold, perhaps quantum communication, perhaps gravitational manipulation, perhaps something we do not yet understand. The presence of synchronized pulses, electromagnetic anomalies, and gravitational variations points to a chilling possibility. We have already crossed the veil, and now the universe is watching to see what we will do next. But the most disturbing conclusion doesn't come from scientists. It comes from engineers. A group of signal analysts studying Voyager 1 and 2 believe that Neo-Oumuamua could be part of a larger system that we never detected, because we're inside it. Their model proposes a mesh, a massive multidimensional network of listening nodes that envelops planetary systems like a soft shell. We never noticed it because we weren't making enough noise. But now, with our quantum experiments, space AI, and gravitational wave emissions, we've finally made enough noise to activate the network. And according to their projections, what floats above us is not a probe. It's a mirror, a perfectly silent device designed to reflect back exactly what we are. And what happens after that reflection remains terrifyingly unknown. For centuries, we believed we were the explorers. We built telescopes, launched ships, mapped galaxies, with the silent hope of one day finding something out there. But now, as Neo-Oumuamua floats silently above our world, motionless, silent, unthreatening, we are forced to confront a darker and deeply humiliating truth. We were never the observers. We were always the observed. The James Webb didn't just capture an object wandering through space. It captured a presence, a system, a moment when the universe seemed to stop. As if something ancient, something beyond all comprehension, had finally turned its gaze toward us. And in that gaze, we found no welcome. We found no answers. We found a warning. Because Neo Oumuamua did not arrive here by accident. It did not come out of curiosity. It came with a purpose. It has not spoken because it does not need to. It already knows who we are. Our fears, our chaos, our noise. It did not come to initiate contact. It came to decide if that contact should ever happen. And now, the question that haunts every scientist, every government official, and perhaps, deep down, every one of us, is this. What if the silence is not waiting for us to speak? What if the silence is our judgment? What do you think Neo Oumuamua really is? A probe? A mirror? A test? Leave us your opinion in the comments. Subscribe for more revelations the world isn't ready to hear. And remember, the most terrifying discoveries aren't the ones we make outside, but the ones that reveal who we are inside.